beef udon noodle. And Annie's got
It's teriyaki.
teriyaki.
Yeah, it's the first time I'm going to have that.
First time. So she is number 59. Or she could be 95. She's having a Coke Zero. And she's got some shrimp. She's got a soy sauce. And we're in udon noodle in SM Lagado. Annie's going to school. She's got an exam at 3 today. And I'm going down to PRA. Have a look at their new office today and ask them a couple of questions. So, as I said, coming down to PRA, so Philippine Retirement Agency or Authority, and then SRRV Classic, the information that you need to know, okay? And I'm only talking about the Classic. So I'm here with my friend because I've known this gentleman since 2018. So I've been a SRRV candidate and a retiree for a long time. Okay, first thing, what do you require? I'm not going to show you his face because he's a government official. What do you require to get an SRRV Classic?
Classic. Okay. For the Classic, sir, so our age requirement is 50 years old and above.
Okay, 50 years old and above, number one.
Yes, okay. So he's qualified or she's qualified for the Classic.
He's 76.
Yeah, so if they have pension, so the required deposit is 10,000.
Okay.
So
$10,000?
yes, USD. Yeah.
So there is a deposit, number two, of $10,000 into a timeshare account here in the Philippines.
Yeah. If without pension is 20.
So if you don't have a pension, it's 20. Now, a pension is an income,
Yeah. Just approve. Yeah.
an approved income. So if you have
At least $800 for single, or
$800 for a single person,
yeah, for married is 1,000.
so $1,000 for a married person. What happens if you have children?
Yeah, same 1,000.
So if you have children, it's still $1,000. And that can be a letter from your savings or your stock or your pension people.
Who is given the, or just like same in America, so the Secretary of State, I think, the pension, whose agency is giving the
SSS.
Yes, that's like that.
So SSS or HRMC pension, or if you have stocks and shares that are giving you a monthly income,
It's a lifetime pension.
then that needs to be signed by your pension provider or your savings provider that you have enough money. Single person $800, married person $1,000. Okay.
Okay.
And what else? What's number 4?
Yeah, number 4 is the 10,000 or the 20,000 is there is have in Mindanao you have 3 banks accredited here.
Okay.
So
this money that you're going to use to pay into your timeshare, your deposit, there are 3 allocated banks. Those banks
Mindanao
are
is PNB,
PNB,
Philippine National Bank, or Union Bank,
Union Bank,
and Bank of Commerce.
or
That's
Bank of
the only
Commerce.
3 accredited here in
So
Mindanao.
they're the 3 accredited. I use BOC. That's who I use. And in 8 years of banking with BOC, I've never had any issues at all, apart from my credit card being cloned by somebody else. Now that wasn't the bank, that was Bonquette. So it's not BDO, it's not Maybank, it's not anything, just those 3 banks are accredited by the PRA to take your funds. So if you have those banks, then you're ticking the box. What's the next one?
Okay, sir. For the requirements. Okay, so here. the number 1.
Yeah.
We can take another video here.
Okay.
Okay. A passport.
Passport
Yeah, with a tourist visa.
with a tourist visa.
Yes. Once they already complete the requirements, so the tourist visa is required 2 months valid.
Okay.
Tourist.
So you have 2 months on your tourist visa, on your visa, and on your passport, and you come and make your application. And then the reason I got the gentleman reading is because it's very, very small. Yeah, look at that. See, it's very, very small, and I can't read it. So they're very, very helpful in this office. There's a young lady called Lyra. There's the head of the department, and then there's the gentleman here. They are always, always, always very, very helpful.
Okay, so,
They can all help you with lots of things.
okay.
Okay.
So for the number 2,
Yeah.
so application form, you can
Application
get
form. You can come into this office, which is on the 3rd floor of the Regency Inn in Magsay site, but it will be moving this office to the ground floor in the next 2 or 3 months.
Yeah. Okay. Correct. Okay. So number 3, so the medical certificate.
Okay. So you need a medical certificate. I got my medical certificate at a place called Sambuco down on Magsay site, and it cost me 1,200 peso, and they checked me for TB, blood, diabetes, hepatitis A, hepatitis B, and any other things that were going wrong with me. And then I came, as long as I was healthy from that, I came back and I handed that medical certificate over.
But any doctors will do.
Okay? Or you can do your own doctor.
Yeah. Okay. Just make a laboratory first, and after that,
Okay.
get the result and go to a doctor or your personal doctor. It's okay.
Okay? So laboratory results, get them.
Okay. Then attach with that in the medical form.
Okay, and that goes with the medical certificate that comes into the PRA. If you're going to do any documentation, always make sure you photocopy one for you, one for the office, and one if you get it lost.
Yeah, and then make sure the names of the medical is same with the passport itself.
Okay, so all the information that is on the medical certificate is the same name as yours. So if your passport reads Gary Neal, make sure your medical certificate doesn't turn around and say Jose Venezuela, because you're not going to get your visa, you're not going to get your PRA. Okay?
Okay, so for the police clearance, this one. That's why I
Okay.
told you already.
So police clearance. You get police clearance in the country you're coming from. So in the UK, now when I came here, I'd left the UK and I didn't have a zip code or a postal code. And when I came here, I had to make a notarized declaration to the PRA, which went to the PRA office, and then they turned around and got the MBI to make checks on me. After 4 years of that sitting on my record, I was clear because I had no infractions, I had no court cases, I hadn't broken the law, I wasn't a dodgy foreigner from the UK. Okay, if you're living in the Philippines and you've been here for a long while, say 12 years, Gary, then you can turn around and talk to the office, and the office will turn around and help you get an MBI clearance and instruct you how to get your clearance sorted from the local police office.
Yeah. When they when we stay here at least 5 years and above, so you can get the local police clearance or barangay certificate.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you've done more than 5 years, you can get the local MBI clearance, police clearance, or you can get your barangay captain clearance, as long as you've lived in the same barangay. You've not moved around and keep moving around. You need to go to that barangay captain and have 5 years of clean living, should I say.
Yeah. Just like stating that she's living there from that time until the present.
So start time you lived in the barangay to the time you're applying for your SRRV, and no infractions, no breaking the law, no arguments, no making it big, no punchy.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, including the NBI. So
Yeah.
get the NBI. So we'll assist that here if they want to. Okay. Number 5, sir, is that photos, simple one. So 8 pieces, 2 by 2 colored white background.
So photos, 8 pieces, and what are the sizes?
2 by 2.
2 by 2. You need 8. You need 2 for here, 2 for you, and 2 for Manila. Okay?
So 8 pieces.
8 pieces. Make sure you get them. And none of this like hats, glasses, anything like that. It needs to be like a passport, like this.
Yeah.
You need to look like a convict. No smiling. Just. It's going to be on your ID, guys. So you're not looking for a fashion show. Okay.
Okay. So number 6, bank certificate.
Okay.
Deposit po sa saying the 20,000.
So you need.
Or 10,000 if they already deposit into the bank.
Okay.
So the bank will give a bank certificate. So
Okay.
that is the one, also the one of the requirements here.
So when you go to the bank and you've got a timeshare, they'll give you a completed document like this saying that you have deposited either the 10,000 because you have a pension or 20,000 because you don't have a pension into this deposit. Now that money stays in your timeshare. It doesn't go to the Philippine government. And what's been explained to me is if you break the law or something goes wrong or you're medically incapacitated, the PRA have funds to draw on to turn around and look after you.
Okay. So
Yeah.
another one for the processing fee. So the processing fee for the single a principal is 1,400
Okay, so
USD.
your application processing fee
One-time payment.
is 1,400 USD.
One-time payment plus advance 360 for the annual.
So that's the processing fee, and then it's 360 to apply for your first 1-year visa. Okay, so it's $1,400, and then $360 to apply for your card.
But if we apply with dependent, the spouse or dependent child, they add 300 for the processing fee, US dollar each.
Okay.
Dependent.
So if you're single, that's your fees. If you are married, you then need to put $300 for your spouse, and if you have a child, 300 for that child. And if you've got 2 children, 300 times 2. And that will give you a visa for each one of those children.
So the covered of 360 is 3. So the principal,
Yeah.
the spouse, and the one child
Okay, so principal, spouse, 1 child,
is covered with the 360 for that.
covered by 360. Okay.
More than 2 child, so add more $100 for that.
Okay, and that's each year.
Yeah, each.
Each year you need to come and renew, and you come to this office. You don't go to the BI, and that's what I like about it. When I went to the BI, I felt like I was being treated like cattle. You had to queue with everybody. You went through there, and then when you tried to explain to people you were an SRV, they were like, no, we do tourists, we don't. So I never went back there. I came here, and the office is quiet, as you can see. Wait there. I'm the only person in here. There we go. It's a quiet office, so you can get your paperwork done quite nicely, in comfort, and you can turn around and talk to the person in the flesh, not going to somebody to check you in, not doing this, not doing that. Anyway, what's next?
Okay, sir. If you apply with a spouse or child,
Yeah.
so proof of relationship, marriage certificate,
Okay.
and then birth certificate.
Okay, so if you've got a Filipino wife, you'll need a birth certificate or a marriage certificate.
If you have wife of Philippine, no need for the visa. No need for this visa.
Okay.
If you have foreign.
Okay, so foreign wife, not Filipino wife. That was my fault. So you've got an overseas wife. So you bring in your
Right here.
wife from the UK or your wife from the US, and if they're not non-Filipino, you will need to try and get a marriage certificate and a birth certificate of your partner
Okay.
as your ID and their passport.
Yeah. And also this one, number 9, proof of pension if he applied the 10,000 with pension.
Okay, so if you're applying for the pension for the SRV and you put a 10,000 deposit and you're saying you've got a pension, you need to get a letter that's been notarized from SSS or DWP in the UK or from France or from Italy, whatever your pension department is, or a letter saying you will be paid monthly $800 or $1,000 per month into your bank account. Okay, and that's the letter that comes from your financial institute.
Okay. Okay, sir. For the we say amount they go here, they base it here, then he applied the visa.
Yeah.
So they require the police clearance from country abroad.
Yeah.
So that the police clearance must be translated to English.
Okay.
And apostille, if you are a member of the apostille convention.
Okay.
I think UK is United Kingdom, so a
Yeah.
member of the apostille convention. So
Okay.
once they get the police clearance there, so go to the I think their embassy, I think.
Yeah.
Which call that, because here, just like here in the Philippines, we authenticate our documents to the
Okay.
DAVAO department.
So-
that they pay.
The gentleman was just explaining, if you've got a police clearance from the UK, it needs to be notarized. They call it apostille here, but back in the UK, you can go to a solicitor, you can go to the courts, and you pay them a fee. They'll put a little stamp on it saying that the documentation they've checked is correct.
Yeah.
Okay, and all it is a little stamp that goes in the bottom corner with a little bit of red ink and a gold ribbon sits in it. Very, very easy. Here in the Philippines, it's around about 1,000 peso. Back in the UK, for me, it was £75, which is a lot more than 1,000 peso. But what you need to understand is that in the UK, you get a police clearance for 30 days. This is the UK. In the Philippines, they require the police clearance for 3 months. It needs to be 3 months to turn around and cover the full process time.
For the police clearance, upon issuance, so 6 months valid.
Not in the UK.
Okay. But in America,
America it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Here in the UK, mine was only valid for 30 days.
okay. Yeah,
And that's why I needed to go back.
But in our rule, policy here, or at least from the issuance of the police clearance, 6 months. Yeah.
Right.
Relax it. But,
Okay,
yeah.
well, when I came here, I applied for mine, but I had to redo it again because my police clearance ran out. I was 30 days to start the process. I started it in October and my process was completed in February. So that was October, November, December, January and February. So 5 months to get my SRV. You can't rush it. What's next?
Okay. So, basta all documents coming from abroad must be translated to English and apostille.
Okay, so all your documentation from overseas needs to be in English. It all needs to be notarized, every piece of paper, and there is an apostille service. And here, there's a list of it, and the UK is on it, and there's loads of these are all countries here: Australia, New Zealand, America, Canada, Switzerland, France, Italy, all of them. They're all on there, and you can just turn around and go online and find out what it is. Okay.
So,
And what else do we need?
okay. I think that's all, sir.
Is that all?
Yeah.
Now you can go online and you can print off these,
Yes. Yeah.
but today I'm only talking about the classic,
Yes, classic one.
not talking about all the others, just the classic. The rules changed. When I first came here, you could retire at 35 years of age in the Philippines on a classic. That changed. So this is one of the reasons for the update. But it's also the reason I'm doing the vlog today is yesterday 4 people asked me about PRA and how to apply for it and where to apply for it. So in this vlog, watch it guys, you need to come down to the Regency Inn, Magsaysay, 3rd floor, PRA office. Okay, come and see the guys and they'll help you out.